What's that scenario? Here we go. Yeah. So today's question is, what are your thoughts on right people, bad time, and advice on getting over romanticizing life with another person? Look, this all boils down to self-love, self-respect. This all boils down to like self-love and self-respect. Here's what I mean by that. First of all, the first part of the question, right people, bad time, I don't necessarily believe. I think it's always the right person, always the right time. And here's why. Is because when you get into a relationship with somebody and it doesn't work, you've learned something. Hopefully, this is the hope, right? And you guys might have hit it off at certain points and had a great time, whatever, but it just didn't work out. And you learn what you learn and you move on. And there's plenty of other, I always like to say, fish in the sea, right? Because it's essentially, because it's fucking true. So, holding on to the idea that, it was the right person at the wrong time is like this, it's like you're punishing yourself, right? It's like this missed opportunity. And it's like, no, they were the right person at the right time. And whether you learned your lesson or not, I mean, that's up to you. But if it doesn't work, then they're not the right person, right? So maybe later on, you guys can get back together and work things out. But that doesn't necessarily mean right person, wrong time. So hopefully that brings a little clarity. And then as far as the advice on getting over romanticizing life with another person, that's where it boils down to self-love, self-respect, trust, self-trust, and your identity. Because if things didn't work out, that's okay. And you have to know that you are capable of actually having a healthy relationship. And maybe there's some things that you need to be learning, right? So when you start romanticizing this idea of a person, being with this person, you're living in a fantasy. You have to be able to live from a point where you trust yourself, you trust your decisions, you trust your ability to correct course. And if something isn't going to work out, you need to be able to identify red flags and shit like that, because if not, then all you're going to be doing and relying on is your fantasy, your romanticizing of relationship, and that's just not realistic. You need to come from a place of self-love, self-respect, self-understanding before you can get involved with another human being, or else you're just going to project and expect things onto them that they don't deserve and expect things from them that they cannot give you. So that is my relationship advice for the evening. All right, here's another question. Do you need a plan or just go for it? You need a plan, 100%, some sort of plan. And it doesn't have to be the way things actually unfold, but there needs to be something that establishes some sort of clarity for you before you move forward. And even if it's just like a small step, some people think, I need a plan. And that plan needs to be super in-depth and detailed and just okay, where's the direction and what's the first step? What is the first step I can take? The smallest step, right? And take that, and then do that again and again and again and again. So that's what works for me, and that's what I think. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.